All right, let's talk about the steps that you need to take in order to start planning for retirement. I don't care if you're in your 20s or 50s, these are the steps that you should take to plan your retirement. Number one, you need to be saving 15 to 20% of your gross income every year, no matter what. So if you make $100,000 a year, you want to save $15,000 to $20,000 in a 401k, an IRA, a Roth IRA, a TSP, a 403b, a non-qualified brokerage account. Somewhere be saving 15 to 20%. If you have a 401k at work, a 403b at work, a SARSEP, a Simple, if you get a match from an employer, let's say you get a 3% match for putting money into your 401k, at least put in 3%. Start where you are, but try to work yourself up to 15 to 20%. Have a budget. Cut out some things that you don't need so that you can save for your future. Now, step number two, 25X rule and online calculators. Let me say this about the 25X rule. The 25X rule says take your current expenses, multiply those by 25, and that's how much you'll need saved for retirement. Keep in mind, if you're 25, that number is way off based on inflation. If you're 55 or 60, that number might be a little closer, but you still got to calculate in inflation, healthcare, home, taxes, insurance, all of that stuff. So that number could be too high and it might be too low depending on where you're at in the age range. That's why I like online calculators. There's a lot of free ones out there to use, but keep in mind your individual circumstance, your family history of health, finances, whatever, is going to determine how much you need saved for retirement. That's why all of my clients get a financial EKG. Whether we are managing assets for someone or whether we're just putting a plan together, we want a financial EKG because that's going to give us the most accurate projections and it's going to update yearly so that we know, hey, are we on track for retirement? Or now that we've stepped into retirement, are we staying on track? Now, the third step when planning out your retirement, assume a decrease. Now, what do I mean by that? Assume a decrease in your spending. We know that the average spending in retirement is about $55,000 a year, but we also know that the average retiree spends 1.8% less per year in retirement spending. So if you're stepping into retirement, assume that you are not going to spend as much. Now, keep in mind, you might retire at 60, spend a lot on traveling the world, going to Italy, France, maybe Texas, it's its own country. So you're going to travel a lot at the beginning, but as you get older, you're not going to travel as much, right? You might get into your 80s, be perfectly healthy and just say, you know what, I don't want to deal with TSA. I don't want to deal with the gas stations. I don't want to deal with driving down the road. That's fine. So assume a decrease. And the fourth step to planning out your retirement is get a plan. We call it Your Financial EKG. It's a comprehensive financial plan. You want a comprehensive financial plan. If it's not from us, you want to go on Fidelity, Vanguard, somewhere to have a plan. Excel, a piece of notebook paper, whatever, have a plan. If you're going to drive from Tampa, Florida to Miami, Florida, you can say, yeah, we're just going to go south. But if you just go south, you might just run into the Everglades and get eaten by a crocodile. No, you need to follow a specific map. You need to make sure you're going to get to your destination, and the same is true for your retirement. All right? Well, hey, thank you so much for watching. God bless. Bye-bye.